have their own thing that's going on. And it really makes me mad, and I really have realized how much I disdain Jon Jones. Jon Jones is the current heavyweight MMA UFC champion, and he is perceived as the GOAT, even though he's failed for steroids 2 times, and should have lost at least one fight, probably two. He was in the light heavyweight division, I believe that's what it's called. The one Alex Pereira is currently dominating, and he was the GOAT in that division. But then he decided when Francis Ngannou was the champ in the heavyweight division, Jon Jones said he was going to fight him, and then took 4 years to bulk up to get to heavyweight. Waited all the way until Francis Ngannou ran out of his UFC contract and decided to say, all right, the Saudis who own the PFL have decided to give me more money, so I'm just going to go there. Immediately when Francis Ngannou leaves the heavyweight division, Jon Jones suddenly with a beer belly comes up and decides to fight the guy that Francis Ngannou just wrestled to death. Keep in mind, Francis Ngannou is not a wrestler. Jon Jones is predominantly like an all-American wrestler. Like, he's amazing. He comes in, he just within minutes just submits the guy, Ciryl Gane, who can't wrestle even a little bit. It's a new heavyweight champion. Okay. Jon Jones is now perceived as the all-time GOAT. He is in, like, even I was under this. I'm like, oh, he would have destroyed Francis. It took Francis 5 rounds to get a decision against Ciryl Gane. And it took Jon Jones like 30 seconds. Like, I mean, it's so clearly he's the GOAT. Without really looking at context, Francis Ngannou is not a wrestler, and Jon Jones is. And Ciryl Gane is the worst wrestling heavyweight probably in the division. So coming into it, so before Francis became the champ, there was a champ called Stipe Miocic. And Stipe is considered the GOAT in the heavyweight division because he had 3 title defenses, which is all you need now to become the GOAT of the heavyweight division. Keep in mind, Alex Pereira got it 3 title defenses, I think, in 170 days now, which is like a new record. But Stipe is the GOAT. Stipe is 42 years old, and last time we saw him in a UFC octagon, he was walking around with a cane. Jon Jones decides he's going to go ahead and fight Stipe as his retirement fight to show how much he's the GOAT. He should never have... First off, Stipe, I don't know why he would even be fighting for a heavyweight title to begin with, but Stipe gets injured right before Jon Jones and Stipe are supposed to fight. No, Jon Jones gets injured. I don't know why I said Stipe. Jon Jones tears his pec. So, instead of Stipe taking on a different challenge, like an interim, which he should have, he said, no, I'm only going to fight Jon Jones. Because this is both their last fight. They both want money. So, Sergey Pavlovich and Tom Aspinall are both brought in to become the interim champ. And the interim champion means it is the belt. It's kind of like a belt fight, but it isn't the championship belt. But it means that person is going to fight the champion next. It's called the interim belt for the UFC. They have them in boxing as well. So, Stipe Pavlovich is supposed to... Sergey Pavlovich is supposed to absolutely smoke Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is this young, super good heavyweight, not boxer. He's a wrestler predominantly, but he fell in love with boxing. But Sergey's supposed to win. Tom Aspinall knocks him out in the first 20 seconds. Clocks him. He just demolishes him. So we're like, oh, okay, Tom Aspinall, he's the guy. He's literally he's the guy in the heavyweight division. He's the future. He's gonna have to fight Jon Jones. He's the interim. Jon Jones says no to fighting him, and the fans are pissed. They're like, no. We were okay with a Stipe fight when there was no clear, obvious challenger, but there's a clear challenger. If you're the GOAT, you gotta fight him. We're over a year now. Jon Jones still hasn't fought Tom Aspinall. He's still fighting Stipe this weekend, which he's going to kill Stipe. And if he doesn't destroy Stipe in the first round, it's an embarrassment to Jon Jones. Tom Aspinall has defended the interim title. He's pretty much just defended his placement to fight the champion next, which is so stupid. And he knocked out the other guy, his challenger, Curtis Blades, in the first round as well. And Jon Jones is running so scared, and it just makes me so upset. I cannot stand Jon Jones, and I hope Stipe gets injured so Tom Aspinall can just mollywop him. But I know that's not going to happen. Jon Jones is going to beat the old man up, which he shouldn't even be fighting, and then he's going to retire saying he's the GOAT. Jon Jones is not the GOAT. He's a wuss, and he's a duck. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
I had no idea about any of that.
This one called Levi's Rant.
Yep. Levi's Jon Jones.
Levi's boxing rant.